On tonight's episode, we got super producer Chris the Glove. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Talking Junk.
I'm your host, Jason Melendez.
Live now every week on Fridays.
Talking Junk.
A multitude of professionals in different aspects, different walks of life.
You have to come on and talk junk like a normal person.
Welcome to Talking Junk, the podcast that comes to you live every Friday night from Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. How could I forget that? Is it because it's the metaverse now? Probably. Everything says meta. I don't know what to make out of any of this shit anymore. But I tell you what, we got a great fucking guest on for you tonight. A legend. And we were just talking backstage. He called himself the secret weapon of TV and hip hop. Bring him back on. My man, Chris the Glove. How you doing? What's going on, OG?
How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Yeah, man. Out here doing good, man. West Coast, wonderful weather, all this beautiful heat. Lies.
Hey, city of dreams, though.
Man, you know it, man. You know how we do, man. What's up with you?
None much, man. Over here enjoying this nice weather. It was in the 90s, I believe, today. So it was fucking scorching.
In Florida.
Yeah, I'm trying to run from this heat.
Man, come right over here. You see what I got on?
Hell yeah, I love that weather.
It's easier to get warm than it is to get cold.
Definitely. I tell my kids and my wife that all the time. You could put on as many clothes as you want to get warm, but you could only take so many off.
Yeah, you got skin.
Right. But let's get into it though, OG. How did you break into the game? What motivated you to start DJing? Because that's I imagine that's what started you into producing.
Oh, production is a phase that comes after introduction to music. You don't start as a producer.
Right.
You got to do something musical before you find out that you want to be a producer. So what started me off in music completely was to learn an instrument. I learned the organ, which was the one of two electronic keyboards of my day. Synthesizers came. When I was 12, wasn't no synthesizers.
Now, what did you start off in church with the organ?
I started off learning. So I was all, this is the thing. So I started off in church, 9, 8 years old in the choir, children's choir, and being a soloist. Then I wanted to stop singing. I wanted to do something else because I got tired. You know what I mean? I want to be at choir time or whatever. So my mom said I could learn an instrument. It was the piano or the organ. The piano was dull. So I was like, with the organ, you can move both feet and both hands, and it got buttons. I was like,
Okay.
that one. So I took those lessons. I'm in junior high school. Then when I get to high school, I get in a marching band playing the Fender Rhodes keyboard because I play keyboard and we don't have enough trumpets to make the chords. You know what I mean? Musically. Right. So they used to roll me out on a platform with the Rhodes, bro. I'm on stage. I'm 18, 17. No, I was 15, 16. I graduated at 16. So I'm 15 years old playing the fucking keyboard. I'm playing Shame on the keyboard while they band is rocking. Like, it's like my show.
So you were already producing things without even knowing it.
Man, didn't even know, bro. I was out there doing it. Exactly. So then I got, from there, I go to college to be a rocket scientist. I went to school for aeronautical engineering to make spaceships and shit. Then the space shuttle took off that year, and I just was like, "Fuck this!" I wanted to make that. They had secret military shit that you don't know about, right?
Right.
So I'm thinking I got a groundbreaking idea. They already got it built.
Them UFOs that ain't even UFOs. Them fucking government planes.
Those are ours,
right?
And then the test pilots get fucked up because they drive in this anti-grav and this weird shit. It fucks you up inside. We ain't made to travel like that. We're not dimensional travelers. We travel dimensionally automatically. We don't need a ship. When you put a ship, then you cut off the shit. And so That's why if you get on a ship and fly to Alpha Centauri, you will be younger than everyone on Earth. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's some shit. So I went into that and I said, oh, I can't do this. I can't play basketball. So what I want to do? I'm gonna be a DJ. Had never heard of that shit. I don't know where it was an epiphany. You're gonna be a DJ. So I said, I'm gonna be a DJ. And I had to then figure out what the fuck a DJ did. What did he what does he do? Is it the guy on KJLH? Is it the guy that what? I didn't want to talk. All DJs were, yo, this is Brad Pye Jr. with sports. You know, I was
right. You don't want to do a radio thing. You wanted to be more for the music.
Yeah, I was a music player. And see, back then it was no such really animal, except for a couple of clubs and then the advent of disco. So when disco kicked in, you was all those nightclubs that the dope dealers and shit was that became discos where people went to dance. So regular citizens could go party. So it was accepted. Cocaine was a drug that you could do freely. They did. I never did cocaine. But
Rick James said it was a hell of a drug.
A hell of a drug. That's what Rick said, bro. He was right. Mushrooms is a hell of a thing, though. Let me tell you. So
yes, they are.
Yeah, hell of a thing, man. So I got watching the movie called Thank God It's Friday. Showed me the baddest DJ. He was DJ inside of the bowl at Osco's, and so that was it for me. I became the DJ, but I didn't know how to play records or nothing.
But how did all of that stuff start over there in LA? Because I know it started in the South Bronx for New York. How did it start in LA?
It started in LA at the street parties. We used to have picnics in the park.
Like swap meets?
Huh?
Like the swap meets?
Nah, that's another animal. I'll get to that. But the picnics in the park were like just regular old party, but just outdoors in the daytime.
Okay.
But it access the same thing they were doing in New York with the sound systems, we were doing that. And so my first experience was to go play for this group called the Z Cars. They're like Uncle Jam's Army, Z Cars, Capri Club, Ultra Wave. It was a bunch of promoters. Those guys were the 18 and over party promoters. So the trippy thing was,
my brother.
What's up, baby? King Tech. Shout out. He be shouting you out. I want to take a second to say what's up to a legend, King Tech.
Definitely.
So,
Definitely. The boy is legendary on Instagram. Right. He should be in a show right now with one of the members of Lynch Mob.
He was doing it at this time. Come on through. Send the link. So look, we where was I? I was talking about
Z Car.
Right. So I go DJ. Shout out to DJ Reg. He's like, Glove, you do that thing. I want you to see you do it over here. So I learned, backing it up a little bit, I learned how to scratch by listening to Grandmaster Flash Adventures on the Wheels of Steel. I reverse engineered the record. Like I listened to it and I figured out what he was doing. So then I started doing that live. Nobody had ever seen that here. I'm pretty much the first or second DJ to scratch records in LA. Probably the first. So,
okay.
You know, Lover is right there with me. He's actually younger than me. I didn't realize that. I thought he was older. So I'm sure I was doing it before him. Even though he was playing records concurrently, like I got started, I was 18, he was 16, some shit like that. But so it started here with that, with us. You got Egyptian playing records, you got me, you got Jam and Gemini, you got this is you got Julio G, you got the Mexicans, Julio G, you got a couple other Latin DJs. And you got
was that around the time you joined the radio club?
Nah, this is mix. That was before radio. The Mix Masters was like before the club, right before. These are like months or 6 months or so. The radio made the club go because the music was playing on the radio that we played. Only one station played what we were playing. So, yeah, it wasn't hip hop nowhere. It was just on K-Day. And it was only like an hour. There would be a mix show, and it was the Mix Masters. So I became a Mix Master because so Mix Masters turned in mixtapes for the show. I did my own Mix Master show, K-Day, my own tape. So that made me a Mix Master. I wasn't one of them dudes every week, just like I was in Uncle Jam's Army because I DJ'd at the Playpen, and that was their club. So I was an Uncle Jam's Army DJ. I DJ'd at the I didn't DJ at the sports arena, but I was there with Ice and we was on stage and shit. But you know, that's how it went down with that. So you know, and then you had Eve After Dark, and you got those guys, Alonzo, who is older, so he's more like Ice-T's age or older, and they're the OGs. But Alonzo didn't play record. He's more like Bambaataa. He didn't do really any of that.
Right.
He wasn't into being an entertainer. He was a promoter, and he knew the value of the dollar in that. So he like our uncle, you know what I mean? Like, but Eve After Dark was in Compton.
Right.
Nobody was in I'm from Hollywood, bro. I was DJing in Hollywood. I'm doing Hollywood parties. You still hear about Hollywood parties.
So is that how you broke into the Hollywood business? Because didn't you star with Ice Cube in a movie called Breakin'?
Ice-T. So what happened?
Yeah, Ice-T. I'm sorry.
We went to the don't ever apologize. And when we went to the so from the mix master type shit in the house parties, I was delivering equipment so that I could get free gear to do my parties and get the $100 or whatever instead of paying $80 for gear and getting $20, which was $20 was good back then. So I was delivering equipment to this place my man had sent me to, and they came out and was like, "Yo, man, are you a DJ, like a hip hop DJ? You can scratch records?" I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm bad. I can get down." "Oh, okay. We want you to come DJ, man. What's your DJ name?" I was like, "What the fuck will I have a DJ name for?" I'm thinking. I said, "Chris." They said, "When you come back, we'll have a name for you. Come and play at 11. It'll be on the marquee." So at 11 o'clock, it said 11 p.m., the glove. I was the glove. But I had a big-ass, oversized Mickey Mouse gloves to move the speakers and shit, so they were really clowning.
Damn. But it stuck.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they name you, you got a name. So I named the glove, and I'll continue to DJ. And so we had a bunch of legendary nights there, and some producers used to come there, movie producers, TV people, and this one group came in and said, "We need to make a movie about this place." And they made a movie Breakin'. Now, Breakin' starred Shabba-Doo and Boogaloo Shrimp and a young lady, Lucinda Dickey, and it's like a coming-of-age classic. So I played myself as a DJ in there, but what got me in the music industry, that is the point that I got in the music business, really. We had done Breaking and Entering, and we had made some beats and some songs like for a soundtrack, but this was the first, I bought a drum machine from that, and this was the first time that I had actually programmed a beat. And so I was trying to make Planet Rock, you know. My girlfriend was like, "You got this drum machine, you know, you need to blah, blah, blah." So we was at the set, one day we were filming, and my girlfriend at the time, Lisa, she overheard them talking, the producers saying, "Man, we need some music. We need to get Africa Bambaataa." And she said, "Go tell them you do music. They're about to hire a dude from New York." I was like, "Bro, we don't need nobody from there to do our music. We different. I make beats." Really?
Right, you know the sound of LA already.
Well, I'm the DJ. Who else knows? I'm the DJ, bro. I make the sound. So I'm gonna make music for this movie, for this club that I make the music for. They was like, "Okay, cool. Here's 60 grand. Go make 2 songs." I was like, "What?"
60 grand for 2 songs. That was probably unheard of for you at the
Four,
day.
bro. It was
4 songs? 1984.
So 2084. This is 942. It's 40 years later. That's like 100,000. 60,000 then is like 150,000 now. Look at the gas prices. Gas was 85 cents.
I wish it was 85 cents cheaper right now.
I'm saying. There you go. I'll tell you, you right. You a man after my own heart. So trip this. So they make this movie, and then when in the scenes where we're in, they asked me to write music. So I actually scored. The first thing I ever did was score a scene. Before I made a beat or produced the artist, I scored music for film. So I did those scenes, and then on the last, like the day, damn near the day before the damn movie came out, they go, "Hey, we don't have a talking song. Can you make like a talking song for the album?" That's what they call rap, talking.
Talking song.
Look at Ice-T's credit in the movie. It says Rap Talker.
Rap Talker. All right, now I got to look this up.
Rap Talker, Ice-T. So, you know, they don't even say rapper. So
It
that
does say, wow.
it says rap talker.
It does say rap talker. I'm gonna put it on screen so you guys can see this shit.
So that's how early we were. All right. There was only like Run DMC, Beastie Boys, not even Beastie Boys. It was Run and the Treacherous Three. All them underground groups was on Sugar Hill. They had like 6 groups, Sequence, all of them. They was ready. Rap talker.
Rap talker. That is insane.
That's what it was. Where, bro. So we were actually the beginning. They didn't even have names for shit. So now I tell people that when they say, "Oh, so you used to loop stuff." Yeah, they didn't call it that when we did it. We just did it. We didn't have a name for it. Then we started calling it looping, like because it was like a loop was made out of tape. You tape it together and you put it in a cart like an 8-track, and it's a loop. It plays over and over. It's tape.
Okay.
That's a loop. All these things we do, it's not really what it's called. We got these words and shit, sampling. We didn't sample. We took. They should call it stealing. We didn't.
Yeah, I would imagine they back in the old days everybody would get tight if you would they would hear their song being scratched and manipulated for different purposes.
Let me tell you. I heard a story from my boy who used to DJ with Curtis Blow. Curtis Blow went on the road. He was like the first rapper. He was on the road with groups like Confunction, Cameo, Barcades. There were these funk groups. They used to take baseball bats after every show and break the turntables. They said to Curtis and the DJ, "Ain't no way you gonna make the money we make by playing records."
Damn.
For weeks they did this. They broke like 5 sets of tables till finally dudes got security and we ended it. They was grown ass men and Curtis and them is 18, 20. Them dudes is 40, with bats.
Damn.
So that's what we was going through, bro. They talk about this shit with music now, but they was beating us and trying to kill us.
Right. It was a different time.
When you change in the game, don't nobody like you. Except for the revolutionaries.
Right. Well, to everybody out there, I accept all the hate. I want all the smoke. Give it all to me. That means I'm doing something right.
Look at me. There's smoke coming out of my lungs, bro. We are the smoke. You
Right.
want smoke? Come on over here. We are the smoke. We made the Chronic. We started that shit on the West Coast. We started gangbang rap. I started Slauson on the map because I lived on Slauson when Dre came over. Those guys didn't know Slauson, Snoop and Corrupt and all them. They didn't know Battle Cat in the 60s in Bryanhurst block. No, I grew up in those blocks.
Originator.
Chronic, and you hear all that shit on the Chronic. It's not what you think it is. I'm more involved socially and spiritually. That's my record too.
Most definitely. You all intertwined into everybody.
Exactly. And it's more of us. It's me, it's Colin, it's Justin, it's a bunch of people that worked on that record with the great master Dr. Dre, who did everything and was in a teaching mode mostly when it came to production. Now I taught when it came to mixing and studio etiquette and how to use what and what to use where. And my lessons were brief, like turn that point here, do that. That motherfucker's a genius. He took off. But there were other lessons like we got tricks on looping things. When you do a loop, it stops where you stop it. But if there's a part that's playing where it stops that you want to play over, you got to play it over the one so it don't stop on the one. Like you got to be going boom, cat, boom, 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 cat, din-din-din, cat, din-din. You want the din-din-din, but it go boom, cat, din-din-din, cat, din-din, boom, cat, boom, 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 because you can't get that last din-din-din in because it's on the one. So you got to take the sample, din-din-din, that one that's on the one,
flex
you
it
put
in
it
there
on the one. So it does it. Dre taught me that. Nobody knew that shit. That's the kind of shit this dude knows. Like when you fucking with the integrity of the fabric of the sample, like not just looping. And this is before you could time stretch. So we had to figure out how to put spaces in there to make it be on beat, like either stutter the beat, sample the beat, because you had to stretch it out. You take the dun, it will go dun 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 dun. But I wanted to go dun 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 dun.
So y'all were surgically maneuvering that beat.
Still to this day, it's just easier because you got better surgical tools. They think that they're better than us because they made these computers. We made them make these computers. We were moving so fast, they had to make something for us. This is not for the new generation. Y'all looking at old tech, bro. These laptops and shit, this is old technology. NFTs are probably 7 to 10 years old. This is all old. The new shit you haven't heard yet. It ain't. It's so look, remember what everybody was saying 5G, and it was bad? Go to the religious implications of these numbers, right? And let's say it's truthfully into this era of the mark of the beast. And they turn around and say 5G bad, 5G, but 6G comes out. That number of the beast, 6. You got triple sixes, but all of a sudden 6G is the good one that makes everything better. 5G was bad. It's killing you and causing COVID. 6G comes and it's the savior. So you get it?
I get it.
It's already in play. You will hear about 6G in a year or two, and you will hear what I said and go back and do what you just did. Let me pull this shit up and see what Glove just stopped. I remember this. And you're going to play this clip and be like, this motherfucker, I live in the future, bro. My clock used to be 2 minutes fast, and I had an iPhone. I'm like, how is my iPhone faster than your iPhone?
Hey.
For like a year. So I know I live in the future. And I know there's alternate realities, and I know that you move. In another reality, I'm rich, a billionaire. In another reality, I'm president. In another reality, I'm Manson. You're everything.
Right.
Each of us is everything. And that's what
trippy. Me and my wife last weekend were just diving into shit like that. Like just exactly that. Where we seen something that told us that we were all basically one connected being living multiple lives into the interdimensional multiverse.
Bro, you figured it out. I'm gonna tell you a secret. So we're gonna jump into religion real quick for a second. You got Christianity. Jesus came down, God went to Mary, blah blah blah. He's a virgin birth, God's spirit is in Jesus. Correct? That's it. So I'm saying God did that and was like, you know what? He looked around in heaven and said, I'm gonna cut myself up and be everybody. God is us.
Right.
There's nobody in heaven. Jesus said, heaven is at hand. That blunt is at hand. See how easy that was? I didn't have to die. Heaven, you don't have to die. It's at hand. God is in you and me. The difference is that filter that you are on the outer part, I'm a different filter. So God is experiencing both of us at the same time. Anything you do, it's not your fault. God is doing it. He wants to experience this. It ain't got to do with us. That's why we don't live
take the wheel, baby.
Yeah,
drive me to the top.
It ain't nothing like them Bible thumpers tell you, bro. Your mind works a certain way. If they tell you you're going to go to hell and you believe it, you're going to die and go to fucking hell.
Yeah, because you're going to believe it until you make it reality, until you will it so.
So much so is belief. Guess why the earth is here? It's not because it's here. It's because we believe it's here. Everybody you know, you ask anybody you know, they're going to say the earth is here. They believe it. Therefore, all of us billions on this planet, the belief of all of us makes it real. It ain't got shit to do with reality. This place is real.
Yeah, just like cryptids.
So back to the music. I'm going to leave everybody's head blown for a minute. And went from DJing to production kind of simultaneously at breaking. And then they called me up and go, we need a rap talker. So I called up the only rap talker I knew, Ice-T, rap talker. I said, here, bro, here's X. Let's do this. He wrote a song about me. I did not anticipate that. I was floored. I loved it. I was like, wow. I never thought immortal or immortality or written in stone, or I'm gonna cause me and Ice this day we're spending is gonna create other careers that make hundreds of millions of dollars of people we barely meet. And then Eminem comes years later and tells me to my face, I started rapping because of Reckless. White boy, you started rapping because of Reckless, and you're gonna be the biggest rapper ever.
That
Who sold
must have
more?
felt good.
Who sold more records than him?
I don't know.
No one. Not Jay-Z. No. Jay-Z got a lot of records sold. Me and Drake got a gang of them too. But that nigga Eminem, he got a lot. He's the one that had the Crystal Globe. That's 10 million outside your native country. Yeah, it's so much flex in the music business. People hear about #1 on Billboard or Grammys. Y'all don't hear about Crystal Globe Awards or Diamonds or the Diamond Award. When you go 10 million platinum. You get a diamond on your, it's all kind of super. You get a ring when you go #1, like a champion. You could order it.
Oh, shit.
Nobody knows this. This is all our secret business. We have a secret, bro, the music business, and it's a family business too. I was discussing that with a good friend of mine today, and she was like, it's so funny how they don't have a big entertainment university or school here in the heart of Hollywood. I said, yeah, because it's for family. They don't want you to know how to do it. They teach
Right.
the kids, and the kids go get the money. And then they teach the other kid who can't. The beautiful kid is the actor. The other one is the writer and director. And they take all the money.
Inner circle.
That's it. So don't be mad about that. I'm going to teach my kids because my family is here in this neighborhood. So I'm going to teach them. And they're going to come in and take over. And we're going to do it from the ground. I'm teaching children, 7 and 8 and 9, entertainment industry. So, I go from that to production. After I did that shit with Ice, I didn't want to do no more. I wanted to do R&B. I wanted to be the money was with Bobby Brown.
He didn't want no more. What was it? Talk singers, rap talkers.
Yeah, no more rap talking, bro. I'm trying to get
rap talkers. So you wanted rap singers?
No,
singers. Excuse me.
Nope. I wanted to be singers. They were called normal shit. We was. I wanted to be with the normal shit. I didn't want to be the new rap talker. Like, what the fuck? Plus, if you make a rap album, you get 85,000. If you do an R&B album, you get 400,000.
Damn, that's a big ass difference.
Say that again.
That is a big ass difference.
So there's a tape going around about me that says that Ice-T tells everybody that, oh yeah, Glove quit. He got a check, and it was the biggest check in his life, and he quit. And I was like, here to tell you, Ice, I have money already. You remember them cars I was driving? Bro, I was driving, bro. I didn't have that Porsche, the 914 is when you met me. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I wasn't, you know what it was. He knows.
Right, stop acting like money made the glove.
Right, bro.
The glove made the money.
Bro, Glove was always making money, bro. Since I was 12, I was working at Quick and Split, bro, cleaning grass out between the cracks of the sidewalk. Man, I was about the paper, bro. I just didn't love
it.
You have to love money to keep it like that. And I never loved it. I always felt like the Bible was telling me love of money is the root of all evil. Then I find out the motherfuckers that love money are the richest people on earth. And they having a ball. Fuck that shit, bro. Love of money don't do shit. Man is evil. Fuck money. It's man. Man. Got nothing. Fuck, a guy will get killed over coconuts. That ain't money.
It's all possession.
A lot of stuff in the Bible is a lie. And I'm here to say it. But only because I know the truth. The truth is in all of us. And all we got to do, bro, you ever heard of the word intuition?
Yes, sir.
Do you know what that means?
The true meaning or just the definition?
Tell me what you think it means. Right there. The first thing came to your head. Just spit it out. I have a reason.
It's within you. Your intuition is you. It's telling you that you've lived this before and you know the outcome to every scenario.
So you believe intuition is a feeling of that feeling, that sense of that whole thing, the intuition, like you get a sense of something.
Right.
So I'll tell you what intuition is. So with the definition, intuition, you know what tuition is, right?
Like college tuition?
Right. So
Okay.
tuition is what you pay to learn. Tuition is to learn. Intuition,
It's what you've already learned.
learn from within.
Hmm.
It is what you already learned. You're right. But you got to teach it to yourself. Like you have epiphanies. For instance, if you didn't know how to read, you could teach yourself how to read. I taught myself how to read as a child. My mom said I was reading before I went to school because I used to pick everything up and sound it out. So you know the symbols, you know the sounds, you can teach yourself. When I went to school, I could read. They didn't teach me how to read, bro. They taught them other kids how to read, and that's what that's for. But
They just helped you remember.
I already knew how to read when I got there. I taught
Hey.
myself. You teach yourself everything, bro. Intuition, learn from within, not intuitive thought. They got you twisted with them words. They don't tell you what they really mean. Everything we know, we already know. God put everything, there's nothing new under the sun. It's all in us. Every one of us knows everything, all human history. It's all there. You ever do something and say, man, I knew that?
Yeah,
Or
hell yeah. Or have a deja
really,
vu moment.
you knew it, like a word or a spelling or something that you should have learned, but you knew it. You didn't learn it. That part.
Right.
So, when I got from there, I went to want to be Bobby Brown. So I worked with Quincy Jones on Patty Austin's album as a scratcher. I worked with Weird Al Yankovic. I worked with Luau Silas Jr. I worked, and then all of that as a DJ. Then I went on to writing music and producing, and went on to work with like Barry White and a couple other super OGs. I even had Ernie Isley. Ernie Isley played guitar on my first album, 2 songs. The Voyage to Atlantis guy on the Isley Brothers. I had I play solos on my song, and I got Michelet on that song. That's one of my group songs. Like, we've been doing this, bro. We do this. I was the one who taught Dre to go get the guy. I went and got Ernie Isley. I said, I want Isley to play on this. I don't want a guy to play like Isley. Let's go. And I taught him, or not say taught, I implemented that whole thought process. Like, let's go get George Clinton. We don't got
Right.
to.
So you want the person that you engineered the beat to sound good for.
I made it like him, call that dude and tell him what do you think of the beat and get him on it. That's the dude. And so we started working with Roger and with George and we got relationships with Bootsy Collins. We know those guys now. And then now older, they accept us. They see that we're them. He plays a bass. I play a drum machine and a laptop in a SSL 9000, 4000 and a 4050. I can play all of them. You just play the bass. You good though. So, that's kind of what we are. We're like, you had knights, and then we're like astronauts. We got on the, but we taking you somewhere else, the space. It's all about the sound. So we're working laboratories, bro. You ever see the studio I'm in? You ever look at that shit? When you see my pictures, go back and look at that room.
Yeah, I do. I look pretty hard at that panel you guys be at.
Yeah, those plugins that they call now plugins, those effects that I got on that wall, you see that shit at JPL Rocket Line. You see that shit at the Rocket Labs. You see that stuff at nuclear facilities. You see that stuff in submarines. This is real tech. Submarines don't have plugins. They got that shit plugged in the wall. People think that everybody thinks what they do is so great, but you got to look across the ages and then decide how many ages have you lived? Oh, only one? So I've been through the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 10s. I think I got a different grasp on things than these dudes I got a bedroom studio too. Dre got one too. It's an SSL in it. Bigger than the one in Dre's bedroom is bigger than that studio. It's bigger than that board. And that's Dre's other board. That's my dude, man. That dude is so rich. I'm so happy for him. Like Kanye, I like Kanye too, man. Kanye is a rock star, bro. He's like totally out there. He ran for president. How can you not love a guy who ran for fucking president, bro? Like people are hating on him.
I wish he would have ran the right way though, so we could have seen if he would have got on the ballot.
How the fuck is Kanye gonna do anything the right way, bro? You can't ask for that. That man, you can't have both. You gotta have a motherfucker that's crazy enough to try it. So next, Dre'll do it the right way and win. Like those are the guys who those are the ones you don't talk about. That's the motherfucker that got us a hip hop president. When we get a hip hop president, it's because of Kanye West. All right,
Yeah.
he failed.
I can see that.
Then that's how it goes, man. So I wrote a book about that. I wrote, instead of writing my boring ass annals or a fucking documentary, I wrote a story about my life in music, all true, but in an alternate life reality. In this reality, where we live now, money is in control. In the reality, like if you got wealth, then you got power and you can control everything. But in my reality, music is the power. Because only certain people anybody can make wealth. A dumbass can win the lottery. You can just get lucky with that. But the thing,
what's the name of your book?
It's called Spectre, New Enemy of the State. It's based kind of on that book movie, Enemy of the State. Remember with Will Smith? When the government was after him for some shit he knew. So in my book, Quincy Jones was the first black president, not Barack Obama. And Ice-T was the first vice president because they wanted to merge the two. And Ice-T, but in my world, the vice president isn't in charge of the military. The president is just a figurehead, like the Queen of England. Okay? So, again, they run, and Dr. Dre becomes president with Ice-T as his running mate. Ice-T comes back into the White House. So Ice-T runs the military and everything, right? So in this world, Shakespeare was prime minister, and Beethoven was king of England, and Brahms was Germany. Like all music people rule because they can control people. There are 5 people that have the power to control you and make you dance or move in any direction or whatever. And so what it created a power vacuum with creators of music. So now we run everything. So Dr. Dre runs for president, becomes president. And whenever president, music, they're all music. So when a person becomes president, the way he created his music becomes state secrets. And so before all of this, I started working with Dr. Dre as a team. Or, when I first started working with him, we started working on all of that stuff from NWA to Chronic stuff. So when I go to work for him, I get approached in college. Remember I told you I dropped out of college?
Yeah.
So in my story, a guy approaches me in college and tells me, "Hey, you good on those turntables? You want to, how do they do it?" They says, "You want to do that for your country?" And I was like, "Yeah." You know what I mean? It's always dope when you can do your shit for your country, right?
Exactly.
So yeah. So he was like CIA. He handed me a card. So I go and learn all kind of weapons and fighting tactics and mental shit and computer hacking and all music skills. I enhance everything. I'm like the greatest producer. And they send me out as an agent to go make Dr. Dre president. And then we make these songs and he becomes president. So now, back to the time, Ice-T wants to talk to me. So when the government wants to talk to you and you don't want to talk, you go on the run. And that's what the comic is about. Me being on the run. I go to the DR. I go back to the White House and I storm the White House with 1,000 Dominicans. And me and Drake, it's a rap. We go at it in the song. And then it ends up dope. And his shit is dope because he's the president, right? So the State of the Union is a party Dre has every month. Either on a yacht, on a big ass cruise ship. It's the government, right? So it's on like Marine One, the big ass cruise ship, not the helicopter. That's Marine Two. And then you got they got a big ass plane that you can put 500 people and 1,000 people. You got planes that hold 1,000 people now. So you can put 1,000 people in this plane, they can party. So the State of the Union is a party like the Grammys from the president, who is now Dr. Dre. So it's
Sounds
kind of
sick.
right. It's kind of a sick concept, right?
What year would it take place in?
Okay, it's 1 year ahead of us.
Okay.
So this is 2022. It'll be 20. Where I'm from is 2023.
Okay.
And Dre will be running for president in 2024. And he gonna win. And Kanye is gonna support him with all that money.
Hey, I can see it. I can see it.
Naughty, because he'll be in charge of the government.
So when are you gonna put this book to paper?
I wrote already, finished, and I got half of the graphic novel done. I got to get the rest of the pages, like another 10 pages.
Are you illustrating it also?
It's a graphic novel.
But are you doing it yourself, the illustrations?
Oh, no, not me. No. That I don't do. I actually, maybe I should try.
Why
Because
not?
I never tried to draw. I might be able to draw because I found out I could sing when I did that. Then I found out I could rap, like not bad at all. And then I found out I could produce. Since I can produce and make anybody sound great, I can produce myself. And then,
Most definitely.
right.
Shout out to the Pimp Chronicles on YouTube.
Oh, thank you, bro. And then I write poetry. I write science fiction. Bro, I might be able to draw. You might be right.
Maybe.
Follow your personal legend. See what this thing can do, bro. God gave us these robots to ride
Hell
around.
yeah.
I know I can dunk 360 dunk. I've dunked on major people, 7-footers, and alley-oop to get Suge Knight barrel dunked on by my brother. I've dunked on Dre, Dot, Snoop, all of them.
How long did you spend in Death Row?
So Death Row, we started that 1989, 90. It was like 90, the end of 90. From 90, let's say 91, I was there until 96. And then I left because it was life-threatening. And then Dre left. And then he went and started Aftermath in 96. And then I went over there in 96. No, that's wrong. I went to Aftermath in 94. This was in 90. Was it that early? Hold on, bro. Let me think about this. 1992, we put out The Chronic. 1993, we put out Doggy Style. We put out Above the Rim. 94, I did the Summer Jam. It was 96. 96, that's when Aftermath started. So, yeah, all that shit happened in 96. 96, 97. So, I left like 96. I was there from the beginning to 96. That's 6 years.
Are you signed to a label now?
Death Row. But
Death
like,
Row?
no contract.
All right.
So I was signed to Death Row, Ruthless, and Aftermath. I still got active contracts with Aftermath and Death Row, but Death Row is no longer a company now. It's just the name. So Snoop owns the name and he puts out the music. He's attempting to gather up the rest of the catalog, and then he'll soon be all of that. But nah,
It's just gonna be NFT music now.
Well, that's what he's doing now, but that's what I'm doing. So like all of that stuff. So I'll explain. Imagine that you can. Okay, so you need 1 million streams to make on Spotify, particularly to make, let's say, $4,000. So you got streams on Spotify, and you got 1 million streams on YouTube. You got like 7-8 grand, 2 million streams, right? Close to, but you got to split it with all the writers and all that. So me as a producer, I didn't write words, so I got half of that minus whoever owned half for the master. So I'm gonna end up with X. What is that? 5. This 4, 8. I got like $1,000. 2 million streams. I can go to NFT and sell 10 people and get $1,000.
Okay.
I don't.
And then each time it keeps selling, you get a percentage of that.
So like so this is what normally will happen exactly. But let's say 15%. So let's say I sell it to you for $20. No, let's be realistic. I got an NFT you buy it for $100.
Okay.
Right? So now, my NFT. Let's say it's 10 in a collection. You buy all of them, so you spent $1,000, right? You own all those NFTs. Nobody else owns them. You spend $1,000. Now something happens and you sell one of those fuckers for $1,000. I get 15% of that. So remember, you bought all 1,000 of them. You paid $1,000. I got that money. Now you sold one of yours for
And
$1,000.
got my money back.
You got your money back, but I got $150. And every time,
Okay.
and if they go up, let's say you sell for 10,000, I got 15,000. So it goes for perpetuity. So let's say
Right.
you sell to a guy who sells it to a guy who sells it to a guy for $1 million. I get paid every sale. And that's what's dope about the creator part of the NFT. But the other part is back to that shit. I said 1 of 10. Let's say they were 1 of 10,000. Now you got
And the
10.
value's lower.
No. Remember I said it was $100?
Uh-huh.
Now $200. It's 10,000. 200 times 10,000 is $2 million. I can sell 10,000
Easy.
exactly, bro. What? I can't sell 10,000 copies of something. So the key is the NFT world direct to consumer, direct to customer. So when you buy stuff, you gain access. Like for instance, a friend of mine told me a story today in a meeting. Gentleman that's doing some of my packs now. Shout out to Stony Baloney and my boy Ben. Yeah, they got NFTs. So they told me when you let me see the best way to put it. Two things went down, but so let's say you have, let's go back to the 10. You have 10 NFTs or 100. You bought all 100. I call you and say, look, why don't you let me burn 900 of those, or you bought 100, so let me burn 90 of those, and I'll give you 9 special tokens that I just made that only you will have, and they'll have a certain value. You'll say, okay, I'll burn them, but then you'll still hold 10. So now you burn those 90, those 10 you got just became super valuable because they're rare. So that's
Okay.
so now there's only 10 when they used to be 100. So people is like, what happened to them? I need one of those. Now all of a sudden they're $1 million.
Now they're in demand.
And the ones that I gave you become valuable because of the other value. So you can sell that shit on the open market. I still retain whatever percentage. So that's what the key with NFTs is, community. You have to have people that are going to buy your shit, but you got to talk to them and be really, really connected. So the story I'll tell you that Stony Baloney and them told me was Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher had a TV show they're working called the Stoner Cats. So they're trying to get this deal. It's an old lady who got like 8 or 9 or 11 cats, and one of them smokes weed. He smokes a bong and shit. So like cats all smoke weed or something, right? The grandma must smoke weed too. So they got these dope, and the cat is the cat from Family Guy. It's that actual cat. So it's about him. He goes to this lady's house and starts smoking weed. So Seth MacFarlane is the creator, right? So you got Kunis, Ashton Kutcher, Seth MacFarlane, and whoever the voice of the cat is. But you got these names I just told you. So the NFT, they tried to get the show placed. It didn't go. So they said, I'll make it real quick. They made like $8 million in like 15 minutes. And then, well, what I'm gonna tell you why. They sold like the 5 episodes of the show. Like, so you would get 5 episodes of this video, nobody else got, but you get access to, now listen closely, Seth MacFarlane, who created it, Mila Kunis, Ashton Kutcher. So because you bought their NFT, you can communicate with them.
Oh shit!
Right. I saw your face. Let's say you wrote a TV show. You could talk to Mila Kunis because you just spent $100,000 on her NFT, and she's way happy to talk to you.
That's crazy.
So what the NFTs are really teaching me is that they are going to allow access. So I have now created my mentor coin. So you can buy a coin for X amount of dollars that gives you X amount of minutes of consultation with me.
Okay.
So and then I'm selling NFTs where you can buy them with your credit card. You don't got to get a wallet, and you don't got to get a wallet to buy it and none of that shit. You're gonna have
no Bitcoin or none of that fucking
a wallet
digital
to hold
money.
It. You're gonna need a wallet to hold it, but you can I can send you a link and you can buy it. You ain't got to go join Binance or fucking OpenSea or Coinbase and then get a wallet and figure out what transfer rate and all this shit. You ain't gotta do none of that.
So it's very accessible.
Yeah. So imagine if it's $1,000 to talk to me for 100 minutes. 100. What is it? Well, how much is a phone call? So a phone call is an hour. 60 minutes an hour. So I would charge like $250 an hour. So you get 4 hours of access for me, in person or on the phone, for the mentor coin.
And that's good money spent.
I sell 100,000 mentor coins. You think 100,000 people want to talk to me in the world?
Hell yeah.
Hell
yeah. There are 100,000 producers out there right now that would love to pick your brain.
That's what you just did, is a target market. You took the world out of it and put a target on the group. Now you take that group and find the ones that buy NFTs and get rid of the others and take them, and that's your audience. So if there was 100 in that group you had, it's only 10 guys in there that's buying NFTs, and those 10, all of them buy your shit.
And word of mouth will still get out also.
You don't need word of mouth. Well, yeah, amongst them, but what happens is it's a community. So this is the other part. So you got a community, right? You started like my Twitter. I got 20,000 followers, so I got a community. I'm on Instagram. So if I start telling them, hey, I give you guys free shit. Here's some tokens. Here's a coin. If you collect 10 of them, then you can do this. You can come to a free event in real life. Or if you buy this token, this Sweets coin, you can get 25% off when you show your NFT at the store.
So digital-based coin with real-world incentive.
Exacto. They call it, what's the word it was? Utilities. It's got a utility.
Yeah, that's dope.
It's a coin with the utility. So that's what all mine are going to be like. That one coin, you can call me because you own it. Normally you will buy the coin just to look at it spin around in your wallet. It's just a collectible. But this one has a utility to it that you can talk to this guy. Or
you're going to spin that around, grab that glove number and call him, pick that brain.
Right. And you set up, it'll be a schedule. You set it up, and then after your time runs out, you can buy another coin.
It's way better than Cameo.
Hey, see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. So when are your NFTs dropping?
I'm gonna start releasing now that I found out how to put them out with credit cards, because I dropped one this week earlier, but it was on Binance, so nobody can buy it. It's in China. They don't
shit.
West Binance. You gotta. It's all. So, you know, globally, whatever. But I couldn't even buy any. I wanted to buy 10 of them. So I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna put mine out through Bitsky. Bitsky allows you to buy with a credit card, and Bitsky is like Jay Brown and Will Smith and Selena Gomez, and then they put something together, a bunch of entertainers. So I'm happy to find that out. I'm messing with them, but yeah. So over the next 2 weeks, we're gonna sell our NFTs. Will be part of the Sweets Lounge too, so you'll be able to come to the event. Like this event is sold out. If you had
the one on your Instagram.
Yeah, so if you had my the Sweets VIP token, you could get in that gig. All you gotta do is show your NFT. It's sold out, but you can go up there because you bought. So to get that token, you gotta buy all 12 of the collection and that token and a governance token. So it'll come out to like $5 grand total or something when you finish, maybe 6. But when you do that, you can take that NFT token and go to all our events for free.
And it's money well spent, because you never know who you're gonna rub shoulders with at any of these events. Because isn't an exhibit going to this event?
I don't know if he's going. We're not paying him to come, so he may show up. But he was at the last one.
There it is, right there, March 5th.
Yeah, and that's that right there is not even the Sweets Lounge. That's Puff House. Those are some of our partners I'm gigging with. So, you know, we doing that.
That's right here. Bam.
Yeah, that's right there. Sweets Lounge in real life. We doing that. And then we're going to have another thing too. We're doing a gig in San Diego. We're going to do the Sweets Lounge on the road where we got a consumption van, and we do a session, a mansion in San Diego. You guys can ride from LA with us on the limo bus to the sesh all day and come back for X amount of dollars.
And you're for sure gonna catch contact on that ride.
Ain't no contact. Ain't no such thing as contact. Nobody will buy weed. One dude will buy weed in the world, and everybody will stand around him.
Right. I
That-
hear you.
Yeah, that's one of them wives' tales from the Reefer Madness. You can get cancer from secondhand smoke, but you can't get it nicotine poisoning. You get like the other side of it. Like when you inhale it as it's burning, that's the nicotine. When you throw out the smoke,
there's more smoke inhalation
out of your mouth to someone else to smell, or they tip the smell burning off the tip. It's already the carcinogen has burned there. See, so secondhand smoke, you got to be in a lot of smoke to get
a lot of it.
Yeah, you ain't just gonna get
hot boxing.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be standing outside. Me and you stood outside for 30 years and you smoked a cigarette and I got cancer. That shit ain't gonna happen.
Now, if I smoked a cigarette in a closet and you sat in there with me,
I would get cancer and die before you.
It's insane how shit works.
Yeah.
Well, OG, I know you're a busy man. I know you still got a couple hours over there before it's lights out. So I want to thank you for coming on, and I want to extend the invitation to whenever you have anything going on, just come right on, and we're gonna make sure we put it out there for you.
Oh, love, bro. I'm gonna do that, man, because we're going live on the 19th. I'm gonna have a bunch of our shit. So I'm definitely on the 5th. I'm gonna hit you on this thing on the StreamYard. You can record and we can do something. Walk around.
Man. Let me know. Just let me know. I'll create another stream and we'll go on.
Definitely, bro. I'll hit you up. And I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna do this often.
Definitely. And I'm trying to get out there more and do some live shows. So if you ever need a voice, a host for something, let me know, man.
We got hosts. We do that shit. Come on through, bro. Let's make it happen. Whenever you get back in town.
I'm in town whenever I get an invite, man. I'll fly right out there.
Oh, but a check need to be, if you got a check, you can come. I ain't got no checks. I can invite you.
I hear you.
You need a check.
I hear you from your mouth to universe ears, man.
You hear me? So we having parties and you invited, but when you're ready to be the host, a check come with that shit.
Hell yeah, and I'm more than ready for the check to come. Thank you, OG, for stopping through. We're gonna do some more work together, man. The pleasure's all mine.
All day.
Viewers, thank you guys for joining in. This was a great conversation. You can catch Krista Glove's Instagram on the page. We're going to be on tomorrow night for the break room. As always, we're going to talk about Juana Barraza. It was one of the first Talking Junk episodes that we did, but we're going to redux it just like we do everything in the break room. We're going to put our little spin on it and give you a tale of, as you can probably see in most cases of serial killers, you'll see abuse, neglect, murder. So be sure to join us. We're gonna talk about that, and we got a plethora, man, of great content coming your way, and also the shirts. Order the shirts. We love you guys, man. I've been me. You've been you. Thank you for coming through. Thank you very, very, very much. And I want to tell you to please buy a shirt. Go to the website and buy a shirt.